Hi, friends. Shayla here. So, sorry this isn't the best positioning for my bullet journal. I forgot to double check it before I started recording. So, you're going to have to forgive me on this. But this is my March reading bullet journal spread. With it being March, I decided to go for a particular theme because of something that is releasing in the month of March. This month, we are going to do a Animal Crossing theme. I am very excited. I found this amazing Animal Crossing washi on Etsy and I felt so inspired. I couldn't wait. Originally I was going to be doing an evolution just because I feel like I feel like we're heading into spring and I felt like evolution was part of progress and all those kinds of things, but I could not stop myself as soon as this washi showed up. It had to be Animal Crossing. And I just made very simple boxes. I'm still using the stickers for my month options just because I am still working on my calligraphy, as you will see. So I paired this particular Animal Crossing washi with just a simple rainbow colored washi that I've had for a long time that I just adore, and I felt like they just paired really well together. So now moving on to the quote page. Our quote for the month of March is something beautiful is on the horizon. You see me practice my calligraphy and handwriting here. Obviously, it's still not perfect and it's still a work in progress, but it is something that I am passionately working on and actually taking classes on Skillshare for. So it will get better as the year goes on. Just be patient with me because I am really striving to give you guys really fun and beautiful handwriting. Mine's legible and you can read it, but it is not perfect, and I am completely okay with that. I really thought that yellow and green were also very complementary colors for this particular layout, just because the background of the Animal Crossing washi was the same tone of yellow and green. So I just thought it all worked really, really well together. Are any of you excited to play Animal Crossing? Because I know that I sure am. I really, for this washi, by the way, I will leave it linked down below so you can definitely check out that and pick some up of your own. Moving on to the next spread, we are now on to the what I plan on reading this month spread. So we've got my regular TBR box, and then we've got a rereads box. That's something I've felt like I needed to write down so I don't have to keep checking videos for that information. But these are pretty simple and standard for me every month. I just make a couple of boxes, grouping and categorizing my reads into certain areas. I don't know that I'm participating in any particular readathons this month. I am entertaining the idea of the backlist readathon, but outside of that, I at the time of filming this video, I hadn't thought I was going to be participating in anything in particular in March. So that's why I don't have like a separate one for a readathon, just because I don't know if I will be participating in a readathon. So obviously, we have our Tell It Again book, the Thirsty Thursday read, and then we've got my buddy reads. I tend to just kind of write them all down in different areas and just have a really good time with it. And I always just kind of do a little fun color to drop shadow on these just to give them a little bit of spice because they are so simple, but they're very functional for me, so I am not about to change them. And then on this page over here is my releases on my radar page. One thing I did once I had it all filled in is I did a line down the middle because I end up having enough that just the lines in the bullet journal aren't enough that I am excited for. I don't always pick up every title, but I'm always excited for them. So I decided to use this cute Animal Crossing washi to go down the middle this time. And I can't lie, I really like the look of this. And I think it is a little bit off center, so don't kill me, but I still love it. And it turned out so cute and I just am so excited about all of it. All right, moving on to a slightly different angle because I had to readjust and I realized I wasn't actually on time lapse. This is my books read and manga read pages. So, in this, these are like little bank balance book statements where I write down the books and manga that I've read that month as well as the rating that I left them, just so I have that adequate glance for things like wrap ups. And it just works out well for me. I know that doesn't work out well for everyone, but for me it works. And I do like doing the balance book look to it. so that it's easier for me to make sure that I'm separating the titles right and I don't overlap too much. Sorry, had to check something on my computer real quick. This is my physical books read and digital books read spread. I just track it for each day of the month. This is a spread that I got from Chloe over at Books with Chloe, well, Journal with Chloe for these. But she does have a bookish channel, and she's the one that I saw do this layout. And I've found it very useful and very functional. I don't like the look of the pages read spreads. I feel like they look too busy. This is just clean and concise, and it lets me know if I'm getting in my books every day. So I can notice if there's a trend, like on the weekends when I'm with my husband more, do I read less? Or am I playing video games too much? Things like that. And with Animal Crossing coming up, I definitely want to make sure that I'm still reading, but also taking the time to play the games because I really love Animal Crossing. If you can't tell by this spread. And then, as always, to give a little pop of color, I usually put a little bit of washi on the top and on the bottom. So I just put the month and then days read in the boxes, and then I put physical and digital above the different sides so that I make sure I keep things accountable for myself. And I really just have always loved the look of this. I did make some mistakes, so I just used my white gel pen to fix them this time. I normally have white out, but I couldn't find it. So these are ones that I also took from Chloe. I'm never gonna like take credit for them because I can't. Um, so I do a favorite quotes of the month page. So as I find a quote in a book that I like, I just write down that quote right away. And then I have a favorite book of the month page where I just kind of rave about my favorite of that particular month. And it's something that I've just really enjoyed doing the last few months as I've done these spreads. So it's one of those things where it's just fun for me and it's really easy for me to look back on later to know what my favorite things were in that month. And then this spread here is my monthly stats spread. You'll see me flipping back and forth because I didn't fully sketch out where I needed everything on this one. I did use a little bit of gray in the spread, not too much. It's primarily been the orange and, or not the orange. Gosh, Shayla, the yellow and the green. But I knew I wanted to use the yellow and the green through the rest of the stats, and so I just did the gray on the top. So I track the books that I've read that month, the manga that I've read that month, the audiobooks read or listened to if you're going to be particular about it, and then the total pages read. And then on the other side, I check the different demographics for manga. So shonen, seinen, shoujo, and josei, just so that I make sure I'm reading something from each demographic each month because that's something that I am passionate about. So that is everything. I hope you guys enjoyed the look of this spreads this month. These are some of my favorites that I have ever done, and I really love the color scheme. I love the Animal Crossing washi. It just added the perfect Animal Crossing touch without being overly obnoxious. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I know that this isn't for everybody, but I absolutely love it and it makes me so happy. Thanks for watching. This is YouTube and you know what to do. Bye.